In today's video, we're going to go through the install process of this beautiful carbon fiber steering wheel here and give my neighbors a nice appreciation of the fact that I don't have a catless straight piped Hellcat.
Ladies and gentlemen, this is Shock on the Beats.
Today I'm working on a friend's car and he picked up this steering wheel from a company that we're not going to share in this video just because there's a few issues with quality on the steering wheel, all of which luckily were completely invisible once the steering wheel was installed, but also that the person didn't really follow the instructions of the order. He was supposed to have carbon fiber paddle shifters. His blue stripe in the center of the steering wheel was supposed to either be wider or a triple stripe, and a couple other inconsistencies with the whole order process and everything. So we're not going to promote this vendor, but what I want to do is show you the safe way to swap out your steering wheel. And one of the most important pieces that most people forget to do is the bolt that you remove that holds your steering wheel in place is a single-use part. As per the service manual, you're supposed to take this bolt out and throw the bolt away and replace it with a brand new bolt with the new Loctite or whatever glue they use to hold it in place. And then of course torque that down to 63 foot-pounds. So I'll give you all the details right in the beginning of this video and then really quickly go through the whole install process. First step we're going to do is we're going to pull the negative terminal off the battery. We are messing with the airbag here and it is imperative that you pull that negative terminal just for safety's sake. Next step is our favorite, the airbag. What you're going to do is you're going to get an Allen key that is the approximate width of the hole that's in the side of the steering wheel. Now I showed this in my auxiliary button removal video, which I'll link in the upper right, really detailed exactly where everything is. But you'll take a look in the lower section of your steering wheel, there'll be two holes. Get an Allen key that fits that hole exactly. This will make the process much easier. And then you're going to go in about 1 inch and you're going to tap on, or you're going to feel some metal on metal. That's the spring that you're going to need to push to release it. You're going to push that spring in and gently lift on the airbag until the airbag pops up. Repeat the process on the other side. You'll also know the steering wheel isn't perfectly straight. Don't worry about that. The steering wheel fits on in a specific way, and there's a few things that I could show you a little bit later that will ensure that you put that steering wheel on perfectly. The next step is to remove the 3 connectors on the back of the airbag. The easiest way to do this is grab a little flathead screwdriver, pop up those little orange tabs, and then lift off those connectors. The connectors are color coded so you can't mess them up when you put them back on. Just remember yellow to yellow, blue to blue, and you're good to go. And that little black connector, just slide a screwdriver in the top to release the clip and slide that out. Now you can set the airbag off to the side because you're going to reuse that in most cases because of the cost of the airbag. These companies don't ship you airbags with it, so you're going to use the factory airbag in your new custom steering wheel. Alright, now you just got to unplug the 2 remaining connectors. The one on the left, you'll see a little tab, press that tab and that comes right out. The one on the right is for the heated steering wheel, which you'll find is most likely not in your new replacement steering wheel. A lot of these carbon fiber steering wheels do not come with the heated steering wheel mechanism. So this connector off to the right here is not going to be on your new steering wheel, but it's also a pain in the butt to get out. What you want to do is there's a clear plastic shell around it. You're going to want to reach in there with a tool that's kind of curved, like the one I have here, and reach around the outside of that clear plastic, and there's a little white bump there. Push that white bump in, and the clip comes out. You're going to want to try and slide a screwdriver down inside there, in between the white housing and the plastic, because it looks like it goes there, but all that does is it locks it tighter. So you got to come in from the outside of the plastic, push the white tab inside the plastic, and pull out the connector. Alright, from here we're going to use a number 10 hex to break free and remove the steering wheel bolt. There's not a lot of force needed to break this free. Very easy to remove. Just remember, according to the service manual, this is a single-use part. So when you pull out that bolt, you're going to discard it and replace it with a new one. It's got some kind of yellow, I guess Loctite or something on it. I guess that's just once you break it free, it's no good anymore. But it is a $3 part. I'll put some links in the description below to Steve White Parts and East Coast Moparts. You can order it from there. Just make sure you get the bolt specific to your vehicle. You can put in your VIN number and just confirm that that's the right part. Once you get that bolt out and tossed to the side, you're just going to pull the steering wheel forward. Real simple. Give it a little tug. It pops free. Gently remove the airbag wires, and you're pretty much done and ready to start putting in the new one. Now, I struggled a little bit popping on the new steering wheel. It wasn't difficult. It was just that if you don't align it perfectly, it feels like the new steering wheel just doesn't fit. I'll show you a picture here. There's like a little groove in the steering column, and then there's a little cutout in the steering wheel. If you line that up perfect and you have the steering wheel at the proper angle, it just slides right in really nice. Once you get that steering wheel slid in, you got the wires pulled through. That's it. It only kind of goes on one way. So unless you force it on with a hammer or something, you can't put it on the wrong way. Alright, so here I popped in the black connector into the steering column. You'll notice that white connector is not there. Again, that was from the heated steering wheel, which is not included in most of these carbon fiber steering wheels. When you put in the bolt, thread it in with your fingers a little bit just to make sure you're not cross-threading anything. I used a ratchet here to kind of tighten it down. It took a little while, and what was happening is as I was bolting it in place, it was pushing the steering wheel further and further down the column and making it tighter and tighter. And once I got to the point where I needed to use a little bit of force, that's when I switched over to the torque wrench. The proper torque specs I have the 2015 service manual for the Challenger, and I have the 2018 service manual for the Challenger. Both of them state to use 63 foot-pounds on this bolt. Alright, from here you're going to want to pop those 3 connectors back on the back of the airbag. You've got the blue, match it up to the blue, the yellow, match it up to the yellow, and the black to the black. It's pretty simple. And the last part, which is a pain in the butt, is popping that airbag back on. Because you're going to want to gently try and push it in place, and what's going to happen is the horn mechanism is not going to let you engage it. So what you do is you line it up perfectly, and when I say perfectly, look at it from the side and from the back. Line it up so you're not going to smash anything into anything, and then you just hold it in place, and you take your fist and you bang on the right side, and then you switch hands and you bang on the left side, and that's what pops it in. You cannot gently push the airbag in. It just won't work. And that's it. There you have it. Freshly installed carbon fiber steering wheel. Again, the brand is not so good. There are some other ones out there, and when I find one that I like, I'll be sure to share it with you guys. Hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, definitely gently press that like button. If you're stopping by for the first time, check out my other stuff and consider subscribing. And as always, thanks for watching.